Okay, what we have here appears to be the Model B Kimball player, as evidenced by the volume control device right here, the vacuum regulator right there, and the vacuum box over on this side. It also is the Kimball model that has the slanted stack. And what I'm going to do here is show you how to remove the upper section. And if I could get you to hold the light, and I think I'm backed out here on the camera, okay, and if you could hold the camera so that they could see me.
Okay.
You want to just cradle it, you want to, there you go.
Okay.
And that way you can sort of look at me as you can actually move back so that they can see the whole piano.
Okay.
Because what I'm going to show them is how to remove this. First thing you have to do is take out these screws. This removes this little fascia board. Seems that at some time in the life of this piano it got wet right here, because the wood itself is got this warp in it right there. Not a problem. It does not affect performance. And then next, this whole piece just lifts out of the piano. There are actually hooks right here and right here that hook onto hooks that are right here and right here. Put this out of the way. And as you can see, right down in here, we have a kitchen knife. Actually, we have I think what this is a butter knife. Looks like it's been there for some time. Never can tell what you'll find in a piano. Also, you can see that it's been many, many years since this piano was opened, as evidenced by the layer of dust. We'll clean that later. Get the vacuum cleaner in here and just clean that all off. This right here is the repeat on and off switch. Right now it's in the off position. I would recommend that it stay in the off position. In fact, I have never been able to figure out why Kimball even bothered putting this feature in here and then hiding it underneath the top of the piano. Also right here we have instructions for the piano tuner, which actually I'm going to, once I get the video back, I'm going to go ahead and transpose this information, and it'll be included with the web page that contains this video. Over here we have the serial number of the piano, which you can see is 648591. In order to remove this assembly, and you can't actually remove the assembly from the piano, but you have to move it out of the way, and that's done so by loosening these screws and these screws down in here, and then that allows this assembly to be lifted up. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of set it. Either we'll rest it up here, either we'll rest it right up here on the platform right here, or we'll rest it in front of the keys. Sometimes I find that it's easier to actually remove the fall board to give a little bit more room, but we'll see how that works out. But right now I'm going to go ahead and remove the screws and do the first movement of the piece. It certainly didn't last as long as I thought it would. It was at 100% when I left, but this is an old camera, so I think what happened is that being as it's... Okay, so we're back online here. Okay, so what I normally do is I normally get these screws out of the way. Normally I just pull this away so that I can actually see. If you can get down with the light, you can see down here, these are the tubes that I was talking about, and if you get down and follow me down here, you can see that underneath there you have this U shape of tubing right here, okay, which is what allows you to pull this up and move it out of the way. And we'll see how well that works in a moment, because it's been a long time, I would imagine, since this tubing has been moved, so I'll take it gently and see how things go. Okay. Being a little resistant. Try the other side first. Okay. Now this sometimes happens too, that it just does not want to go. The tubing hasn't been moved in a long time. Now what I'm also going to have to do is I'm going to have to remove these screws on this side and actually pull out the backing plate or the mounting plate. This is the plate that the platform is mounted on. We're going to go ahead and remove that and loosen that. We're probably going to have to take this out too, since the whole assembly is going to have to come up all at once. Okay, fingers. No fingers. I'm trying to prevent this screw from falling down inside the piano. There we go. This makes life a little more difficult if the screw falls down inside the piano and then you have to go looking for it. Up, and then we'll slide this over just enough to get this clear, or not. Get this out of the way. Okay, what's happening is that one of these pieces of tubing is actually hanging up on the action of the piano down here. That's just why that is happening. Can I get the light right down in here? Okay. Oh boy, they do not give me much room on this one. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rest this right up on this ledge right here. Right there. I'm going to rest that right there. It's not going to give me very much room to work as far as tuning the piano is concerned, but it looks like I've got about this much room, which should be adequate. I'm having trouble getting this piece to go by here. We have this piece of tape that is used to hold the tubing in place. And as a consequence of that tape being there, there are no screws on this side. There are only 2 pins that are used to hold this, the mounting plate. The mounting plate right here. Actually, I can see that there were nuts on here, but the nuts have been removed or are no longer there. They are missing. So what I am going to attempt to do, I'm going to attempt to push this over as far as I can in the hope that I can also get this backing plate to move away far enough that it will clear, there we go, that it will clear those bolts that are in there, and then I will try to bring this whole assembly up as one piece. Okay, and we have that resting now right there. Okay, so now the whole assembly is resting right here. With luck, I'll be able to get this one come a little. Well, there's not going to go any further because the tubing is running into the edge over here. But it looks like I might be able to push it back. See if I can push it back. No, it's already running into the edge over there. So this is as far as this is going to go. There's not enough length on the tubing to get it to rest up here, so this is as good as it's going to get. And I just want to show you that you have about that much room. You have about that much room to work. And unfortunately, I may end up taking these off to give me a little bit more room so that the honky-tonk assembly isn't in the way. That'll give me another couple of inches to work with the tuning. Okay.